Hi, my name's Aaron Gallagher. I'm from Freqport. We're an Australian-Danish company reinventing analog by making products which are hardware-based but work as plugins within your digital environment, your door. We work with any door. All you need to do to use our product is essentially use a plugin just like you use any other digital plugin, except as I'll show you in a moment, it's actually real analog that's being processed. So we've spent years developing this core technology that enables this to happen, and we're excited to be launching at NAMM to the US market. So we're happy to be showing you this here today. So what you see here is Pro Tools running on a Mac M1 processor. We have our product which is connected to the computer via a single USB cable. And then we have a track. We've got it set up so we're actually running two instances of the plugin. One is on the master main outputs. You can see our plugin, and one is on a vocal track. In the vocal track, it's just a mono, so we've selected one tube for that instance. If we want to, we can actually add a third instance and use the other tube for that. Or we could have 4 instances of one tube on each. Of course, when it's one tube, it's mono. When it's 2 tubes, it's stereo. In this particular case, what you see, or always what you see, is what's inside the hardware. So, you know, we've got this little eye helper, which shows you the signal path. We've got 2 filters inside here, which are digital hardware-based filters. Aside from the digital filters, everything else in this path is analog. So we have the drive circuitry going into the tubes with a harmonics control. So we actually control the harmonics. And you can see there's a visual representation of that. We have an analog mixer per tube, so you can mix in parts of the dry signal with the saturated tube path. And then essentially we have an assignment. So for convenience, we have 8 controls on the product, knobs, which can be assigned to most parameters universally within any instance of this for flexibility. So you can use this for mastering, putting on bus tracks, or putting on individual instruments. You know, people will use this for mastering. People can use it for just mix down, or actually just for songs. So we have that flexibility. So yeah, also we have on the parallel path, there's an invert, which is pretty unique because you can essentially use the invert to add, which essentially subtracts from the distorted signal. And what's left over is the pure distortion without the fundamental, which gives some really interesting effects for the more creative types. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's the product. And of course, with total recall, when you save your track, reopen it again, everything is there exactly how you left it, which is something that's very special for analog, we feel. Great, and this the product, the FT1, is now available for purchase. You can get more information at www.freqport.com. We're obviously launching in US. The product is available through Vintage King in the US, yeah, that's the important details.